Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends. Welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you live right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Yep, that's right, St. Charles, Missouri. Home of the first state capital that is way back in 1821 to 1826. Hey, you know what? Today's Thursday, January the 26th, 2023. Got a happy birthday shout out going out to Kyle Addington. That would be my daughter's hubby, and Linda Campbell. And so, without further ado, hey Linda, hey Kyle, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must say. You know, I am 1 year older today, so happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey Kyle, hey Linda, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. I hope you're enjoying your special day because, well, it's your happy birthday day today. Day today. All right, Linda and Kyle. Hope y'all have many, many more birthdays. Happy, happy birthdays, that is. Anyway, how about them Shin Show pans? We got them. We got Paul Osborn, and then we got our Shin Show Sherer, Doug Bell, a.k.a. Steve Clary. Then we got the Pokey Pals, Amanda S. Little and Julie Regot. Here's your return pokes right here, right now, gals. There's your special return poke. Hey, it looks like a weather forecast kicking it off right here, right now. We're going to jump right on up into the weather. And the weather for today, boy, I tell you what, it wasn't the warmest out there today. 33 degrees was the high for the day. It was fairly clear, but it just wasn't up for me. You know, it was a little windy and whatnot. Winds were like, I don't know. I don't have a forecast on what the high winds were. Uh, the winds were about 5 mile an hour winds. So, you know, that's not too bad. And so anyway, it's about 5 mile an hour winds out there right now. Alrighty, and for the remainder of the, let's do it this way. For the remainder of the day, it's going to be 21 overnight. That's right, 21 overnight. Winds are going to be light and variable with at 5 miles per hour, of course. I wish this thing would just work right for a change. All right. Anyway, we're going to go that route right there. Few passing clouds overnight. Low temperatures of 21 degrees Fahrenheit with winds southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then for Friday, January the 27th, sunshine and clouds mixed together. A shower or rain or wet snow is quite possible, but 49 degrees, it'll melt off before it even hits the ground. Winds are going to be southwest to 10 to 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies during the evening will give way to fully cloudy skies overnight. Low temperatures of 31 degrees Fahrenheit with winds south to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then Saturday, January the 28th, mixture of clouds and sunshine early, then becoming cloudy later in the day. Slight changes in the afternoon. Showers might be possible. Um, high temperatures around 55 degrees Fahrenheit with winds south at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Rain showers early and then mixtures with white snow. Yep, that's right, white snow, not the yellow kind. It'll be coming down with snow showers later at night. Low temperatures of 29 degrees Fahrenheit. South to southwest winds shifting to northwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of precipitation are 50%. Overcast day for Sunday, January the 29th. High temperatures of 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies overnight. Low temperatures of 21 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds north at 5 to 10 degrees. 5 to 10 miles per hour, 10 degrees. 5 to 10 miles per hour. Monday, January the 30th, mostly cloudy skies early and then partly cloudy in the afternoon. High temperatures of 29 degrees Fahrenheit with winds kicking it up to northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Scattered flurries and snow showers, low temperatures around 15 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. Winds are going to be north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 30%. Snowfall around 1 inch. That's weather for whoops, one more day. Tuesday, the end day of the month. Tuesday, January the 31st. Cloudy skies with a few snow showers later in the day. High temperatures of 26 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of precipitation, snow that is, 30%. Mainly cloudy skies with low temperatures of 14 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That, my friends, is your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. Got to talk to Rachel the other day. Sweet sunny day, girl. We had a long phone conversation. It's a good thing, Lets me know she's still alive and kicking. That's right. She's my sister in Christ. Rachel had a conversation with my other sister in Christ, Lisa, the other day. So it's different times, different days. We get to have those conversations. Anyway, let's see what we got here going on with around the town, because it's the 26th today, meaning this weekend on the 28th. Don't forget, we got the chili cook-off. Oh, we don't want to worry about the chili cook-off. That costs too much to get into anyway. But we are going to have the Glass Ice Festival. That's right, ice carving competition down on Main Street here in St. Charles, of course. We're going to bring this information to you by Helping Hands Thrift Shop and Foster Care Closet, located at 416 South 5th Street. So get on down there and enjoy a visit with Bev and Tim while you're down there. North Main Street, St. Charles, Missouri. 100, and within the 100 and 200 block of North Main Street is the Ice Carving Festival. So there you go. There's your events coming up here in St. Charles. What do we got for story time? Why, let's talk about story time. Yes, sir, Bob. It's time for a short story for the kids, a good night story. How about Jock on the Beanstalk? Jock and the Beanstalk. Yes, once upon a time there was a young man named Jack. His father had passed on, or disappeared for that matter, and well, Jack and his mother were the only ones left, and they only had a cow left. So what the deal was Jack's mother sent Jack to town to sell the cow. Well, before he got to town, he met a strange-looking man. Strange-looking man, he beguiled Jack into accepting some magic beans for his cow. They were very magic beans. And he convinced him that the cow was only worth these few beans because they were magnificent magic beans. Well, Jack got back home to his mommy, and his mommy said, "Are you kidding me? Are you crazy, boy? Look what you have done. You have sold our whole life. You have given away the cow, our only means of food and milk and everything for a few magic beans. You silly boy." And she threw them out the window. Well, bright and early the next morning, Jack looked out that window, and lo and behold, there was a beanstalk. Oh, it was a tall beanstalk. Not just your average beanstalk, no sirree. This thing reached way up into the clouds. Way up into the clouds, up there. And so Jack, being a spry young lad, decided he was going to climb up that there beanstalk. So he started to climb. And he climbed and he climbed and he climbed. And then he got tired and he rested for a second. And then he thought, I'm never going to get there if I don't keep going. So after he rested for a little bit, he climbed and he climbed and he climbed some more. Then he found himself in a magical, wonderful land. Up on top of that beanstalk, right there on the cloud, he stepped off the beanstalk and did not fall through. And he walked on that cloud and he saw a big old castle and he went over to that castle and he knocked upon the door. Bang, bang, bang. And whenever he knocked on the door, opened the door, will creak, and open the door came a little lady. And the little lady just so happened to be the wife of the giant. Well, she said, "Come in, little boy, come in. Well, you look so hungry and tired." Jack said, "Oh, I am hungry, tired and hungry. I sure could manage to eat something." She said, "Well, here, let me get you some bread and some milk." And so she prepared him a little bite to eat. But as he was eating it, along come the giant coming home from whatever he was doing, pillaging and stealing animals and sheep and goats and stuff, and whatnot. And here he come upon that house, and he walked in the door, and he smelt it. He smelt a little lad named Jack, and he says, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." And well, that frightened Jack, and so he was hidden real well. And then the giant's wife said, "Are you a fool, old man? You don't smell no Englishman. There ain't no Englishman in here." Of course, that's because Jack was an English boy, not an English man. So the wife wasn't lying. So anyway, the the giant took it for his false recognition of his nose, and so he sat down to eat. As soon as he finished eating, he went into his counting room. A counting room is somewhere where you go if you got enough money to sit and count. And he opened up a big old bag of gold, that is, gold coins. And he started counting them gold coins. And after a while, he lay and got tired. And so he rested upon his gold coins. Well, Jack, being spry like he was, climbed up on the table. And he slid them gold coins right out from under that third giant's shoulder. And Giant didn't even notice. And he slipped on back to sleep. And Jack grabbed that bag and he went a running and a huffing and a puffing till he got over to that beanstalk. And he climbed down the beanstalk. Well, when he got down, he said, "Mother, mother, look what I have here. This big old bag of gold. And I got it from that beanstalk that you said was worthless. I went up there and I saw the giant and I got me a bag of gold." And so they lived comfortably for a little while until the bag of gold was empty. Well, Jack thought, well, maybe I'll go back up at their beanstalk. And so he did. He went up the beanstalk one more time. And when he got up that beanstalk, he saw the little lady again, the giant's wife. And he went to the door and she opened the door and she said, "Oh, it's you again. Boy, you don't know how much trouble you got me in last time you was here." Giant come woken up and his money bag was gone. He didn't know what was going on, but he didn't hold it against me. And so here you go. Have some bread and some milk. And so he did. He started to eat the bread and the milk. Then he heard the giant coming in from the outside. He heard the boom, boom, boom of the giant's big feet stomping on the floor. Jack jumped off of that table and he crawled underneath and he hid himself but good. And the giant sniffed the air and he said, "Oh, be by bo bum. I smells the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'm gonna grind his bones to make my bread." And the old giant's wife said, "Are you crazy, old man? There ain't no Englishman in here." Because, of course, again, he was just Jack, and he was an English boy, not an English man. And so the giant finished up his eating, and he went to his listening room, to his counting room again. This time, he pulled a goose out. Now, this goose was a strange goose because every time the giant said lay, the goose would lay a golden egg. Well, when the giant fell asleep, Jack took the hen, uh, goose with the golden egg took the goose away from that there giant and ran down to the beanstalk, climbed down again. Now Jack's mother was very happy with him this time. But again, after some days, Jack felt like he might want to climb that stalk again, and so he did. So he climbed up the beanstalk one more time, and when he got down up there this time, he went over to the castle door and he knocked on the castle door, and there inside was the beanstalk, was the giant's wife. And she said, "Well, come on in, little boy. You're always so welcome here. You're just such a nice pastime because all I ever get to visit with is the giant." So they visited a little bit, and then Jack heard the giant coming once again, and he jumped off the table and he ran down and he hid in the pantry closet door. And all of a sudden, the giant came in and he sniffed the air and he says, "Two, five, four, fum. I smell the blood of an Irishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'm going to grind his bones to make my bread." Yes, he was an Englishman, not an Irishman, but that's okay. This kid was an Irish kid, no Englishman. So anyway, English little boy was Jack, and he was had that chance to hide again. So the giant went into his listening room and he pulled out a magical harp. Now the magical harp was really cool because when the giant said play, the harp played beautiful music and it could sing. It was a singing magic playing harp, and so it was a good old time. Jack just sat there and he listened to the harp and he was a singing and making the music, and it put the giant to sleep. Well, once the giant went to sleep, the harp just kind of toddled off itself, and because it wasn't doing the giant no favors anymore. But Jack grabbed the harp and got ready to run. And as he grabbed that harp, the harp screamed out, "Master, master, he's got me, he's got me, he's taken me." Well, at that, the giant woke up and he saw Jack and he started to chase Jack. And Jack was running and he got to the beanstalk and he started down the beanstalk. But looking above him, he saw the giant starting down the beanstalk too. But Jack rushed way down to the bottom of the beanstalk and he started a chopping and a hatchet in that there beanstalk until he could get it hatchets. Now the giant was only about halfway down when the beanstalk come down, and it fell. And when it fell, the giant fell with it hard, so hard that it buried him up right there on the spot. So Jack never had the chance to go up the beanstalk again, but he had the bag of gold, which he could get from the goose with the golden eggs, and he had wonderful music from the harp. It was a wonderful day for Jack and his mother, and they lived happily ever after. There you go. There's your TV grandpa story. All right. All right. What else we got going on? How about the daily bread portion of the program? Daily bread portion of the program today is going to be brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe 2023. The Bible with Briscoe 2023 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe will be Exodus 14 through 15 and Matthew 17. So don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2023 for your daily reading of the Bible. Love that forgives. Love that forgives. Now that's the way love ought to be. Love ought to love you. And if you make a mistake, love ought to forgive you. Now, you don't want to make mistake after mistake after mistake and expect love to love you. But you do want it to love you after one or two mistakes. And so here we go. Colossians 3:12 through 14. Colossians 3:12 through 14. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience, and bear with each other, and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. There you go. That was Colossians 3:12 through 14, talking about the love that binds. Alrighty, that was the daily bread portion of the program. Now I got one more thing for you today. It's a short show. I'm hoping y'all realize that. Well, goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Do-do-do-do-do. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Alrighty, hey, that's it. That's the Shen Show in the nutshell, or the nut on the Shen Show, whichever you prefer. Anyway, hey, that's it. That's all. We're good. It's gone. God loves you, and so do I. So remember to come back and see me tomorrow, because, well, hey, God willing, I'll be here, and I hope that you are too. Get your little bit of a show each and every day, because it's the Shen Show. I'm here every day.